opinion? The reason I'm mentioning this is not that they cannot make mistakes. But when today we say that they made a mistake, we have to know what's our level comparing to those people. Like Sufyan al-Thawri rahimahullah, once someone told him about a ruling that Imam Abu Hanifa made a mistake. And he used to say it. Sufyan al-Thawri, sometime, he used to say that I don't agree with Imam Abu Hanifa regarding this ruling. But a person went to him, and he may have heard him that he differs with Imam Abu Hanifa, so he also went and he says that Imam Abu Hanifa made a mistake. So he says to that person, to judge Imam Abu Hanifa, you have to have more knowledge than him. And I see that you don't even have knowledge like the lowest student of Imam Abu Hanifa. So you better not use those words about him. SubhanAllah, this is the respect that they're teaching others. So today anyone gets up, and not only Imam Abu Hanifa. Today a person gets up, all four Imams are wrong. MashaAllah. We got a person now who can really, within seconds, he rules out all four of them. I remember once, when some people who I knew really they were sincere, in a masjid, out of this town, they were sincere. They came up with these type of questions, and really, they had very strong objection about it, but they did not want to just argue about it. So when they said, there are a lot of rulings where these Imams made mistakes. So I said, okay, let's accept one thing. Where they did not, in the points where they did not make a mistake, we will follow them. Agreed? Okay, agreed. Now, point out just one ruling from each of the four Imams where that Imam have made a mistake. Tell me, practical example. Not just saying that these Imams made mistake. Give me one ruling from each of the fuqaha, each of these Imams, where that Imam have made a mistake. None of them knew a single one. None of them knew a single one where he can say that he made a mistake. And this is a reality. What is a mistake? Who are we to judge it right away without knowing the ayahs, without knowing the hadith, to say that he made a mistake? So, yes, if they made a mistake, I will tell you one thing. There is a possibility. Human beings, they were not beyond human beings. There was a great possibility these people, as human beings, will make a mistake. But just think about it, as sitting today, about 1200 years after the time of these Imams, or somewhere 1100 years after the time of all four Imams, and great muhaddiseen, great fuqaha, mujaddideen, all of these people following one of these four Imams. Do we think these people were blind and they just closed their eyes and they did not catch that mistake? I'm the first person to catch the mistake. What did these people say about it? What if Imam Shafi, if someone is telling me Imam Shafi made a mistake, let me see what does Hafiz al-Hajar says about it. What does Imam Nawawi says about it? What does Imam Muslim say about it? They followed him, and they followed him in this ruling. Let me find out, what did these muhaddiseen say about it? Before I issue my ruling, that Imam Shafi made a mistake. He made a mistake. How about the ummah that followed him after that for the last 1100 years? They did not have that understanding that I have today. So first thing, at least before saying it, is study what these people have said about it. What are their proofs? How they support it? Why did they follow it? And if you find that these scholars really have no proof, none of them is able to prove it to you, mashallah, then okay, you can say that he made a mistake. But without studying, without having the right knowledge about it, we should not just go with that judgment and just try to issue that ruling that they made a mistake. There is a greater chance that today I and you will make a mistake than those, all of them together, making that mistake. And especially when an issue comes where all four Imams have agreed. All four of them have agreed to an issue. And today, someone like me comes and he says, they made a mistake and all of their followers were wrong and Ummah up to this day, all were mistaken. Subhanallah. And many times, really, now it's getting worse. And it will keep on getting worse. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has predicted this already in the hadith, that لَعَنَ آخِرُ هَذِهِ الْأُمَّةِ أَوَّلَهَا. A time will come when the later portion of the ummah will keep on cursing at the first portion of the ummah. They will keep on talking against them. Situation have gone to the extent now people started judging Sahaba ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'in. And they will say People from the time of Sahaba, Tabi'een, Aimma Mujtahideen, Fuqaha, Mufassirin, all of them were wrong. Who's right? It's me. That's me. If any person came after the Prophet, I don't want to say it, but this is between the lines. When you hear those type of statements, it's me. This is, you can see how serious this is, where they would reject all of the fuqaha, all of the muhaddiseen. So keep one thing in mind, that Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi'i, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal rahimahullah, subhanallah, all four of them, they were not in this world just yesterday. It wasn't only last year. It wasn't only 50 years ago. They all were at the time of Imam Abu Hanifa, at the time of Sahaba, which means during the time of Tabi'een. Then Imam Malik came at the same time. He have seen a lot of Tabi'een. Imam Shafi and Imam Ahmad just came in the next generation after the Tabi'een, which is Taba' Tabi'een. That is the generation. And since then, all of these four fiqh are established. And not only established, since then, Fuqaha and Muhaddiseen are studying it. They are finding proofs for it. They are collecting all the rulings that they have mentioned, and they are basing their new rules basis on those rules that were issued by those fuqaha, and not any of them, except with a few rulings that they said, Imam Abu Hanifa made a mistake here. All the fuqaha will agree that Imam Abu Hanifa made a mistake here. If all the fuqaha will agree Imam Shafi made a mistake here. If they made a mistake, it will not continue in the ummah like this. They will know it. And as soon as they find out, it's out. It's not anymore in these books that we will consider as a fiqh of Shafi or Hanafi or Maliki or Hanbali. That's it. It's out. They already worked on it throughout these centuries. So, considering all of them wrong, then we better be wrong. Yeah, go ahead.
Some scholars and some other people, they kind of, I guess, for lack of a better term, they skip around. They go from one madhab to the other. Maybe not because they're trying to make it easier on themselves, but because they genuinely believe that Imam Shafi'i had had better evidence, and then Imam Malik had better evidence for this. Is that okay, or should we stick with one?
See, the question is that, and really this question arises in many people's mind, that sometimes people pick and choose from different madhab, that, okay, Imam Abu Hanifa looks that this is better here, and that one looks better, and this person is not really, number one, if that person is doing it just to make it easy on himself, that will be a big question by itself. But the question is with sincerity. The person feels that, no, this is stronger here and this is stronger here. The point is, really, all four Imams have their proofs. And as far as stronger, it may be the feeling of the person by studying one or two hadiths. Tomorrow you tell this person another hadith. What will happen? He's going to change his mind. Okay? The third day you will tell him third hadith. Now he changes his mind to third opinion. And their difference of opinion is because of that. Now, this person changes from one to second to third, depending on his own understanding of it, because he's judging the Imams. What happens now? A person performed the salah today. According to him, salah was good. Tomorrow he read another hadith. He says, no, Imam Shafi'i's opinion wasn't that strong about it. I should follow Imam Abu Hanifa in this. My salah was not acceptable. I'm making up for all of my prayers from yesterday. Third day, he finds another hadith. Oh, Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Shafi'i, none of them found this hadith. I found it today. Now, none of my prayers were valid, and I'm going to do all of my prayers over. For how long this confusion will continue? It's a confusion in a person's life. And he's basing it just on his understanding and on his findings. So if he has access to 3 books of hadith, all the sharia to him is limited to these 3 books of hadith. And he is going to judge all the scholars of the Islam by these 3 books of hadith that he has access to. Then Next person has 5 books of hadith.